My name is Adeniji Lukman Temitokwe. I am a goat farmer. When we started the goat farm here at Threshold Farm, we actually kick-started with the West African Dwarf. That's our local breed, because we're actually still working on the little experience we had from the beginning. So we started with just 4 of the female goats, that's the doe, and we bought 1 buck, the male goats. So after which we've actually reared them for a year, we decided to go for the exotic breed. Here we have a Savannah goat breed. So this white one is a Sahelian breed. And the brown one also is a female Sahelian goat. So here we have Sokoto red doe, heavily pregnant. Sokoto red. This is a Sahelian goat. They have dropping hair. So it's one of the main identity for a Sahelian goat. The dropping hair and the height from the ground. Here we have a Savannah goat. It's a young Savannah goat. Basically, the hair drop in the Savannah goats is not as long as what we see in the case of the Sahelian goats. We got this Savannah goat from Niger Republic. We had to ship them to Nigeria from Niger Republic. So I will advise a beginner, someone that is actually just going into goat farming, to start with the indigenous breed of goats, because they are used to the climatic condition of whichever location where they are found, compared to that of the exotic breed. Moving them from their previous location to a new location, it affects their system completely. These goats are ruminant animals, and we have to consider the fact that change in the kind of feed given to them, change in the environment, it affects their entire body system. So, and when I say it affects the entire body system, their rumen is being affected as well. So when we change environments, bringing an exotic breed down to our own environments, we need to understand that there are certain things we need to put in place on our farm. One of those things we have to put in place is the kind of structure that was given to such goats in the environment where we are actually bringing them. We have to ensure that we come up with such structure in our environment. For a beginner, I will advise such goat farmer, to start with just 10 of the does, that's the female goats. Then 1 male goat is good to start with. At least a male goat can actually mate with 25 female goats successfully. Okay, we have the kind of pen that we have here is a ground pen. As we can see, it is being surfaced with soil. So this is the ground pen. Right beside it, we have a raised pen. Now, the animal pen actually is being structured in such a way that the goats will be in an environment whereby the ground is insulated. When I say insulated, they are actually placed, they like staying on a platform, a wooden platform to be precise. So in an instance whereby there is harsh weather, maybe the environment is cold, they had to stay on the platform so as to ensure that they keep their body warm. This is a raised pen. It's certain meters away from the ground. So the reason why we have to ensure that we have a raised pen for the kids is to ensure that they don't have direct contact with their urine as well as the feces. So, because in an instance whereby they have direct contact with the urine, they tend to inhale the ammonias that actually come from such urine, which results into pneumonia. So for this raised pen, we have to ensure that we create a step up for the animals to climb into the pen. So this is a step up for the animals into their pen. So we are in the, this is where we keep the goats' kids in the raised pen so as to prevent direct contact with the urine deposits as well as their feces. So we allow them to go to their mothers after they, especially in the afternoon. So we ensure that we allow the goat kids to move to their mothers at least 4 times in a day. So until they are 3 months of age. In a goat pen, we have to ensure that we have proper ventilation, cross ventilation. In an instance whereby we are constructing the pen, we need to ensure that the direction of where the sunlight is actually coming from, so as to ensure that when the sunlight incidents in their pen, it's one of those agents that helps to disinfect the urine deposits as well as the feces, the smell that actually come out from it. So we ensure that we sweep the goat house daily. So we ensure any area that is covered in the goat house, we ensure that we sweep it every day in the morning. Then those areas that are not under the shade or that is not covered, we can actually leave it, and such environments will be, such space will be cleaned weekly. So the covered space are being cleaned daily in a goat's pen. As we can see, the flooring of the raised pen is done with hardwood so as to ensure, and we created space in between the wood or the platform that we have here for easy dropping of their urine as well as their feces. So the main essence of constructing a raised pen is to ensure that they don't have any contacts with their waste. As we can see, this section or this side of the raised pen is made with nets, or let me say, yes, is made with net material in order to ensure cross ventilation. So we did not make use of a wooden platform to cover this place up so that air can easily come into the pen, because in an instance whereby the entire pen is choked up, then the reason for constructing a raised pen has actually been defeated. So as we can see the other side, it's actually a net construction also. So the reason why we have to block this side with a polythene material is to prevent we discovered that the air that come in from this side is always too much for the goat kid. So we ensure that we limit the ventilation process, the ventilation in from this area. So this platform outside the net here, the platform there, also serve as a windbreaker for the goat kid. So it reduces the rate at which the hair gets into this place. So it's all we need for a goat kid is, or for the goat kid is just little amounts of air coming into the pen. Like a plot of land can be used for the pen or for the paddock, while the remaining one plot can actually be used for the exercising yard, just like this. Because in the exercising yard, we need to have an instance whereby the goats will be able to move freely to exercise their body, as the word implies, exercising yard. So when they move freely, it helps them to stress, or let me say extend their muscle in such a way that it will actually help them in the body build-up. So they are not expected to stay in the paddock, in their pen, throughout the day. So here we have the mixture of GNC and PKC. GNC is granite cake, and the PKC is palm kernel cake. So the mixture is of ratio 1:1. We also have the millet husk. We ensure that we sieve it before we feed the animal, because there are certain sticks that we intend to pick out or to separate from the main husk, which can actually injure or affect the goats. On our farm, what we actually feed the goats, we feed them with dry matter. When I say dry matter, I'm talking about the waste gotten from the beans. We call it beans chaff. We feed them with millets husk. We also feed them with the corn bran and soya meal. So we feed them dry matter early in the morning, like around 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. While in the afternoon, or let's say around 4 in the evening, we ensure we feed them with grass. We have a farmland whereby we actually plant, or we planted the grasses. We have different kind of grasses there. Here we have the soya meal. The soya meal is being added to their feed mix in order to boost the calcium level, and it is also proteinous. This is corn bran. It is rich in carbohydrates, so it's actually it supplied the animals with adequate energy. Most times we also ensure that we give those animals nice treats by feeding them with kitchen waste. This is dry potato peel, and here we have the plantain peel as well. The plantain peel supply them with adequate copper, which prevents, in an instance whereby a goat is anemic, it is actually good to feed them with copper-containing feeds, just like the banana peel. So we also ensure that we have adequate supply of water. This water is very clean enough for drinking. So we ensure that we give or supply the animals with water often. And we ensure we supply them water in the morning as well as in the evening. So fresh water is being supplied to the animal. We do not give them contaminated water. Here we have the mineral block, also known as the salt lick. This actually provides the animal with minerals that is actually deficient in the feed being given to them. So this is the mineral block. The animals, they like licking it. We call it a free choice mineral. So while feeding, they tend to move to the mineral block to lick as well. So that's why it is called salt lick.